20th time and lost me here again. Please reach 100 subs up for 6 lost media and 5 plus 1 equals 6. 6 lost media ones. So now on to the origin of lost media. Boy, that was something good. Huh? Food fight! That's just food fight. Nah. Fine, I'll do food. But why is food fight? Well, it all started in 1995 where a group of people invented this food fight. Why, you may ask? Well, Food Fight is a show about food and it's lost media. And this every time for food. That's the origin of Food Fight. Homo food. In 2002, he drew about food fight. He invented food fight. He with the sardine from fish sticks, Twinkie the Kid, Mrs. Barworks, as Mr. Clean, Chester Chia, and much, much more. And then why? Got a complete cast of all the animation food. And oh, he made a concept art for a city that I found. Why is the city? The city look like Captain Crunchball Campus. Where's the Captain? Lucky Charms, Coca-Cola, Fruit Oops, Count Special, Cheetos, Twinkies, and much, much more. Reference. Oh, and Salmon Salute. That sounds. Then we'll go, and I saw this screen. Free food like pie.
There's a better use for the internet. I haven't found it.
Hello, of the virus.
Yes.
Yes.
Click no. You have chosen no, meaning you've committed a crime, but confess. A paddy wagon is now speeding to your home.
Hey!
Wait, why not buy a police cap or t-shirt? You have the right to remain fabulous.
I got the food fight screen. But I won't go the best thing in the world. The foot of the. Take a look of the. Let's watch the.
His name was Dexter.
say hello to a slush wolfer. No. No.
Oh, hi there. This Lost movie has been reviewed all over the internet and is considered one of the worst films of all time. But if it's been released, how can it be lost media? Well, sit back while we explore the humble beginnings of a production company and one man's vision for the next big thing that led to the death and rebirth of the worst animated film ever. This is the story of the lost movie that still got made. This is the story of Food Fight. Here goes. Food! The history of Food Fight revolves around one man, Florence Larry Casanoff, who in 1993 founded the company Threshold Entertainment. Threshold were best known in the 90s for producing the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie and its universally panned sequel, Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
You're alive. Too bad. You.
The idea for Food Fight came from Casanoff and Threshold producer Joshua Wexler. Casanoff and Wexler envisioned a movie like Toy Story, but set in a supermarket, and taking Toy Story's minor product placements, such as Mr. Potato Head and Slinky Dog, to the extreme by filling their fictional grocery store with as many real-world brands as possible.
I'll take it all. Just send the bill.
Threshold as a company did have small-scale experience in 3D animation, having worked on Hershey's really big 3D show for Hershey's Chocolate World, and visual effects for numerous movies such as I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, Ace Ventura Pet Detective, and Dogma. With this kind of 3D animation experience, making a 3D animated film wasn't out of the realm of possibility. In mid-2001, Threshold distributed a press release detailing the film for the first time. This release would make some impressive claims, calling the movie the most complex digitally animated feature film ever attempted, that will incorporate thousands of products and character icons from the grocery store, and that brands will be altered in order to customize the film for a worldwide audience. But perhaps the most interesting part of the press release shows that Food Fight was meant to be a multimedia franchise. There were going to be Food Fight toys, video games, a live show, their own brand of food, and most impressively, a 22-episode web series called Food Fight: The Adventures of Dex Detective that was scheduled to be released 8 months before the film. But with Kasanoff being the benevolent ruler he is, would allow participating brands to have the opportunity to pay Threshold to create a web series featuring their icons. The press release also announced their association with Korean investment company Natural Image, who combined with equity financing would fund the movie's production at around $50 million. The production initially gained minor controversy over its claims that the movie would contain thousands of products. Gary Ruskin of Commercial Alert remarked, "It raises the commercial assault on children to a new level of brazenness. Some people will stoop to any level to make a buck, and sadly, Food Fight is an example. It looks like a 2-hour parade of junk food at a time when we have skyrocketing levels of childhood obesity and type 2 diabetes." But Larry Kasanoff had already prepared for this, going on to boast that the flick is entirely product placement free in an interview with Kids Screen. "No one paid us to be in this movie, and we didn't pay anyone to be in this movie. It's not a big commercial." In later interviews, this model will be referred to as cross-promotion rather than product placement. The following year, Threshold released Food Fight's first trailer, giving us our first look at the movie, and expected a full release within the next year or so. And even by 2000 standards, the trailer didn't look too good, being dated when compared to other computer animated movies at the time, like Shrek, Ice Age, or Finding Nemo. You could tell the movie was going to use squash and stretch animation, similar to Looney Tunes, but using 3D computer animation, something that was difficult at the time. But none of this stopped Kasanoff from touting the film as the next big thing, telling Animation Magazine, "Do we believe our next movie, Food Fight, is going to be a huge hit? Of course we do. This is the most complex digitally animated film ever undertaken, with thousands of different characters and hundreds of sets. We're never going to be the next Pixar, being for-hire producers with some other shop." You heard right. Larry thought Threshold had the potential to be the next Pixar. But even though the movie didn't look great, I can't blame Kasanoff for being excited. Something that's often overlooked when talking about Food Fight is its absolutely visionary.
And now, I hereby declare her please reach reach 100 subscribers for subscribe now. Anyways, please reach 100 subs for me. Anyways, that's all. Subscribe, give a big subscribe to reach 100. Give a huge thumbs up to save our show. Anyway, that's all for you. Goodbye.